Namaste. Welcome to a yoga practice for strength and for balance, a full body practice. This is an intermediate practice. We're going to be doing two peak poses in the practice today: crow pose, Bakasana, and dancer pose, Natarajasana. Begin in child's pose, Bakasana. Come down to your hands and knees. Sit your seat back to your heels, open your knees, big toes to touch, lengthen the spine and then walk your hands forward, bringing your forehead down to the mat or to a block. Breathe deeply here. Allow your belly to relax and set an intention for your practice today, an uplifted intention here. And turn your palms so they face up towards the sky. Breath is steady. Turning your palms back down to the ground. Tuck your toes. Push back into downward dog, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Spine is long, sit bones reach to the ceiling and the heels press down. Let's warm up. Inhale, move to a plank position, shoulders over the wrists. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin to the floor. Inhale as you slide forwards and up into Cobra Bhujangasana. Draw the legs together. Pull the belly in and up, hands are underneath the shoulders. Exhale, bring the seat to the heels, then extend the legs for downward facing dog. Breathe. Preparing for warm-up lunges. Inhale as you step the right foot up between your hands for a lunge stretch. Back leg remains straight. Exhale, straighten your right leg, hips back in space, nose to your knee. Hold. Relax the shoulders. On your next inhale, bend your right knee. And exhale as you step back into downward dog, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Inhale to plank, arms are strong. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin to the floor, seat stays up. Inhale, slide forward and up to Cobra. Keep the neck long, press the tops of the feet into the ground. Exhale, bring your seat to your heels, extend your legs for downward facing dog. Press your chest back to your thighs. Sit bones are high to the sky. Inhale, step the left foot forward into a lunge stretch. Exhale, straighten the left leg, hips go back in space, bringing your nose to your knee. Hold. Relax the shoulders. Try to square your hips to the front of the mat. Inhale, bend the left knee, and exhale, step back to downward facing dog. Ardha Mukha Svanasana, steady breathing here. Press strongly away from your mat. Your hands are pushing forwards as your hips go high and your chest presses back. Soften your knees, Look forward as you walk forward to the top of your mat. Find a forward fold, Uttanasana. Feet are parallel. Hold opposite elbows to release and relax your spine here. Breathe. Release your arms, soften your knees, tuck your chin and roll up to stand, one vertebrae at a time. Stand in Tadasana, feet together at the front of your mat. Bring your hands to prayer and remember your intention. Breathe here. Engage the kneecaps, but keep the knees soft. Engage the thighs as the tailbone draws down toward the ground. Find that the weight is evenly distributed by all four corners of the feet. Lift the lower belly in and up. Lift the heart up. Allow the shoulders to broaden and relax down the back. Slide the jawbone slightly back in space. Steady breathing, steady standing. Tadasana, Samastatihi. Surya Namaskar A. Begin Ujjayi breathing, breathing in and out through the nose, making the sound of the ocean by constricting in the back of the throat. Exhale. Inhale, arms reach up, Virabhadrasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, or step to plank and lower all the way down. Inhale, Cobra or upward facing dog. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, pull the chest forward and up. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Lift the hips high and back, relax the neck, press the heels to the floor. Inhale, strongly engage your thighs, internally rotating the thighs so that the inseams of your legs move to the back of the room. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale. Bend the knees, look forward, prepare to jump or step. Inhale to a flat back position, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms up, Urdhva. Exhale, Tadasana, hands in prayer. Again, inhale, arms reach up, look to your thumbs. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana, relax the head and the neck. Inhale, halfway lift, reach the crown of the head forwards, lengthen the spine. Exhale, plant the hands down, Chaturanga Dandasana or step to plank and lower down, elbows hug in. Inhale to Cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold. Inhale, feel the shoulder blades wrap around the outside of the body. Exhale, 1. Inhale, allow the shoulders to move away from the ears, keeping the neck soft. Exhale, 2. Inhale, press the chest back to the thighs. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Bend the knees, walk or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale to a flat back position, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Hold here. Open your feet wider, toes pointing out, heels in. Let the hips sink down for Malasana, yogic squat. This is where we have the option to practice crow pose, Bakasana, or you can stay in your yogic squat. You can always place a block underneath your hips. Hands are planted firmly down on the ground. Your hands are becoming your feet, as in Tadasana. So strongly press the hands down into the ground, creating a firm foundation. And make sure you're pressing into your knuckles and your fingertips so you're not dumping all the weight into your wrist joint. Bring your knees as high up the back of your arms as you can, rising up onto the balls of your feet, even bringing your knees all the way up into your armpits. Start to lift your hips high up, bringing your weight more forwards into your fingertips. Keep looking forwards. You want to really bring your weight more forwards than you probably would like. And you're trying to find a balance point where you can lift your feet off of the ground whilst balancing on your hands. Your elbows are going to bend slightly backwards. Don't let the elbows splay out. And you can lift one foot off the ground and then the other, just playing with your balance. Keep hugging your knees into your core. Keep the core very active and strong, and your back is rounding. Keep really trying to lift the toes up towards your seat, pointing your toes. To alleviate any fear of falling on your face, you can always bring a block in front of you. You want to create an equilateral triangle with your hands and the block. And you can bring your forehead to the block before you start to play with lifting your toes off of the ground. Gently return to your yogic squat, Malasana, and it might feel nice to take some wrist circles here. Plant your hands down, lift your hips high, come back into Uttanasana, your forward fold. Let's resume our flow to downward dog. Step back to a plank position or jump to chaturanga, lowering all the way down. Inhale to cobra or upward dog, and exhale to downward dog. Feel a nice stretch and release in the body here. We're going to begin our stand-in sequence. Inhale, step the right foot between your hands, seal the back foot to the mat, coming up for warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. Reach the arms up, firm up the back leg, pressing into the back edge of the back foot, deep bend in the front right knee. Make sure you've got a nice right angle with that front knee. Ankle is in line with the knee. Squaring your hips to face the front of your mat. Inhale and exhale as you straighten the front leg. Bring your hands behind you. Interlace your fingers as we prepare for humble warrior. Inhale, squeeze the palms together as best you can. Pull your hands away from your body, squeezing your shoulder blades together. And then exhale, bend deeply into that front knee, bringing your torso down, crown of the head towards the ground. Try not to rest your torso on your front leg. Use the strength of your legs and your core to hold you here. Bringing the arms up, stretching into the shoulders. Inhale and exhale. Bring your hands down, release the hold either side of your front foot. Spin onto the ball of your back foot. Find a lunge position. Preparing for lizard pose. Heel toe your right foot to the outside of your mat. Bring your hands inside your right foot. You can keep your back knee lifted or you can bring your left knee to the mat. Either staying here up on your hands or walk your hands forward, coming down to your forearms. Option to spin onto the outer blade of your right foot for a deeper stretch in the right hip. Steady breathing, relax your shoulders. If you are down on your forearms, on your next inhale, lift your head, heel toe your right foot back to center, hands either side. We're going to come into a balanced position here, warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3. So lift your back knee, if your knee's down on the ground, and come up onto your fingertips. As you inhale, lift your back leg up off the ground and you're trying to straighten your right leg. So you can keep your fingertips on the ground for now for balance. You want to roll your left hip down so you're squaring your hips, and you want to try and get your torso parallel with the ground. Flex into the left foot. Imagine you're standing in Tadasana and you're standing on the back wall. Keep rolling that left hip down. And if you would like to test your balance, you can bring your arms alongside your body, palms down, reaching your arms back. Keep looking down for balance. Keep the back of the neck long. And then gently bend into that front knee. Bring your hands back down to the ground. And let's vinyasa to downward dog. Step back to a plank position. Inhale here. Exhale, lower down all the way or halfway. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale to down dog. Take some resting breaths here. As we prepare to do our standing sequence on the left side. Inhale, step the left foot between your hands, seal your back foot, coming up, warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. Reach the arms up, reach up and out of the low back. Firm up the back leg, nice right angle in the front knee. Knee in line with your ankle. Steady breathing. Inhale. Exhale, straighten your front leg. Bring your hands behind you. Interlace your hands with the other thumb on top, preparing for humble warrior. Inhale as you reach your hands away from your body, squeeze your shoulder blades. Exhale, bend deeply in the left knee as you bring your torso down, crown of the head towards the ground. Hold yourself here strongly, steady breathing in humble warrior. Inhale, exhale, release your hands, bring your hands either side of your front foot. Preparing for lizard pose. Spin onto the ball of the back foot, finding a lunge stretch first. And then heel toe your left foot to the outer edge of your mat, bringing your hands inside your left foot. Option to keep the back knee lifted or lower the back knee down, staying up on your hands or walking your hands forward, coming onto your forearms. Relax your shoulders. You can spin onto the outer blade of your left foot for a deeper stretch here. Steady breathing. If you are down on your forearms, on your next inhale, lift back up to center and we'll prepare for warrior 3. If your back knee's down, tuck your toes and lift your knee up. Heel toe your foot back to center, hands either side. And as you inhale, propel yourself forwards, lifting your back leg, straightening your left leg. Keep your fingertips down, find balance, flex the back foot, spin the right hip down towards the ground, squaring off the hips. If you want to practice your balance, you can bring your arms alongside your body behind you, palms facing down. Keep looking down for balance, lengthening the back of the neck. Steady breathing. And then bend and soften the front knee. Bring your fingertips back down if your hands were up. And find a plank position. Strong core. Press away firmly from the ground. And we're going to lower down to the belly, preparing for our back bend sequence. Inhale and exhale, lower slowly down as you hug your elbows in. Try and keep the body in one straight line, hips and chest hitting the ground together. Preparing for Sphinx pose. Bring your forearms out in front of you, parallel to each other. The closer you have your elbows underneath your shoulders, the more you'll feel a back bend. So you can always slide your elbows forward to decrease the back bend. Spread your fingertips wide and press down with your forearms. You can open your legs out behind you, press into the top of the feet to lift the kneecaps, press the pubic bone lightly into the ground and lift the belly in and up. You want to energetically pull back on the forearms to pull the heart forwards. Relax the shoulders. You can look down if you need to for your neck. Steady breathing. So we're trying to compress the low back here, bringing some good stress into the joints. Make sure though you don't feel any pinching or pain. Inhale and exhale, lower the forehead down. Preparing for Ardha Bakasana, half frog pose. Keep your forehead on your left hand. Bend your right leg behind you and catch a hold of your right foot. You're trying to bring your right heel towards your seat and even to the outside of that right hip. Stay here or turn your hand so your fingers face forward for a deeper sensation, and you can come up onto your left forearm to create more of a back bend. Steady breathing. Very gently release the hold, re-extend the right leg, and we'll do this on the other side. So bring your forehead to your right, top of your right hand, bend your left leg, reach back, catch a hold of your left ankle. Bring your left heel towards your seat and even to the outside of your left hip. Stay here or turn your hand so your fingers are pointing forwards, pressing your heel closer. Option to come up onto the right forearm for a deeper back bend. Steady breathing. With care, gently release. Bring your forehead back to the top of your hands, creating a pillow for your head. Just take a few breaths here. Preparing for camel pose. Ustrasana. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders and press up to your hands and knees, and then come to stand on your knees. Knees are hip distance apart. Bring your hands to your sacrum and open the chest, lift the heart, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Lift up and out of your low back, really lifting the sides of the waist and bringing the heart up towards the sky. Keep lifting, pushing the hips forwards, trying to keep the hips in line with the knees, and start to lean back. Any problems in your neck, just keep the head in line with the spine. If it's okay on your neck, you can start to look back and maybe reaching for your heels with your hands. Breathing steady. Opening the throat if that feels nice on the neck. On your next inhale, if you are down, bring your hands back to your sacrum, tuck the chin to the chest, and just come to a kneeling position. Coming to Bakasana to neutralize the spine. Bring your forehead down to the mat. Try to keep your knees closer together, and you can bring your arms behind you, hands by your feet. Relax your shoulders completely. Breathing steady. On your next inhale, come back to downward facing dog. Walk your hands out, lifting your forehead, tuck your toes. Bring your hips high up to the sky, extending your legs, feeling a nice stretch here. Bend and soften the knees. Walk to the top of your mat. Take as many steps as you would like. Coming up to a forward fold. Bend the knees deeply. Roll up through the spine. Head's going to come up last. Let the head be heavy. Rolling through the vertebrae, coming up to Tadasana. Preparing for our second peak pose, Natarajasana, dancer pose. So we have prepared the body for this balance posture, this back bend. If you feel like you need to hold on to something, then you can move so you're closer to a wall or a chair or something that will help you with balance. You want to really feel grounded and strong in your foundations. So really extend your toes, lift and replace them back down and extend them forwards from the base. Really broaden your feet, pressing into all four corners so you feel really grounded and strong. Find something to focus on and bring your hands to prayer at your heart center in Anjali Mudra. Consciously bring the weight more into your left standing leg. As you bend your right knee, catch a hold of your ankle behind you with your right hand. Find your balance and then bring your right hand to the inside of your right foot. Inhale, lift the left arm alongside your ear and then start to bend forwards as you kick your right foot strongly into your hand, creating this back bend bow shape. Keep lifting the heart. Focus your mind. so you can balance. With control, come back to center, release back to Tadasana. Just take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And let's try on the other side. Ground down in your right foot first. Find something to focus on. Bend your left leg. Catch a hold of your ankle behind you with your left hand. Move your hand to the inside of your left foot. Inhale your right arm up by your ear. And exhale as you start to lean forward, kicking your left foot into your left hand strongly, creating a nice back bend shape. Steady breathing. Keep the mind focused. Try not to get frustrated if you fall. Falling is fine. We need to fall to find our balance. Find the joy in the practice. With control, inhale back to center and exhale, release back to Tadasana. Vinyasa to downward dog. Inhale, arms reach up, look to your thumbs. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Let go of the balance practice. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift, extend the spine. And exhale, Chaturanga or plank and lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Stretch the body. This is our final downward dog. Press your chest back to your thighs and then gently come down to a kneeling position. Take a deep breath in through the nose and a deep breath out through the nose. Coming into Virabhadrasana, a kneeling twist now to neutralize the spine after our deep back bend practice. Sit your hips off to the right, bring in your legs to the left side. Bring the top of your left ankle to the arch of your right foot. Both knees are down on the ground. Bring your right fingertips behind you and your left hand to the outside of your right knee. Inhale as you lengthen the spine and exhale as you twist to the right, looking over your right shoulder. Try to keep your left arm straight and use it as a lever to twist your body gently round. Press your right shin into the floor. This will help you to lift your torso and rotate it further round to the right. Steady breathing. Inhale back to center. Come back to a kneeling position and we'll do this on the other side. Let your hips come to the left. And you want the top of your right ankle in the arch of your left foot. Bring your left fingertips behind you and your right hand to the outside of your left knee. Inhale as you lengthen the spine and exhale, twisting to the left, looking gently over your left shoulder. Pull the belly in and up to help facilitate your twist. Steady breathing here. Keep the right arm straight. Use this as a lever to twist further round to the left. You can press your left shin down. This will also help you rotate your torso. Inhale back to center and come back to a kneeling position. Moving into our forward folds section, I'm going to take a variation of Janu Shirshasana. Come to the long side of your mat. Extend your right leg out long, and you want to bring the sole of your left foot in towards your groin. For a side body stretch, drop your right arm inside your right leg and inhale, reach your left arm up by your ear, and exhale, stretch your body to the side in a lateral flexion. Keep the chest open to the sky, steady breathing. Feel a nice stretch in that whole left side of your body. Inhale back up to center, and then turn over your extended leg and fold forward as you exhale. Catch a hold of the outside of your right foot or wherever you can manage. Inhale, lengthen the front body. Exhale, fold forwards, trying to bring the heart towards the foot. Then let the head and the neck relax, trying to bring the nose towards the knee. Keep it soft, no straining. And on your next inhale, start to lift back up to center. We're going to move into our pigeon pose, Eka Pada Raja Kapotanasana, on our left side first. So turn to face the top of your mat, bring your left shin parallel to the top of your mat, or for more ease, bring that left foot closer into your groin. You want to use your hands to press down into the mat and lift your hips, square your hips to the front of your mat. Tuck the toes of your back foot so you can spin your kneecap down to the ground. And then walk that back leg further back until your hips are square and down to the ground. You can always place something for support underneath your left hip. Keep your fingertips down to the mat. Inhale as you lengthen the front body, taking a very gentle back bend. Relax the shoulders, and then exhale, walk your hands forwards. Let your body fold forwards. Relax your forehead down to a block, to the top of your hands, wherever you wish. Try to find a relaxed state in this posture. Keep trying to square your hips to the front. You can bring some light pressure into the little toe side with your left foot to protect your knee. No tension in the jaw, no tension in the shoulders. On your next inhale, lift your forehead and start to come back up to center. Turn your body back to our starting position, facing the long side of your mat, and we'll do this on the other side. This time extend your left leg out to the side, bring the sole of your right foot in towards your groin. Side body stretch first. Drop your left arm inside your left leg. Inhale your right arm up by your ear and exhale, lateral flexion, stretching the side body. Keep opening the chest up to the sky. You can use your left elbow as leverage to do this. Steady breathing. Inhale up to center. Exhale, turn over the extended leg. Catch a hold of the outside of your left foot or wherever you can reach. Inhale, lengthen the front body, reaching the heart forwards. And then exhale, folding over, nose to knee. Relax. Forward folds always bring a nice steady state of mind and a calmness to our nervous system. On your next inhale, lift back up to center, preparing for pigeon pose on our right side. Turning to the front of your mat, bringing your right shin parallel with the top of your mat, or bringing the foot closer into the groin. Use your hands either side of your hips to lift your hips, squaring them to the front. Tuck the toes of the back extended leg so you can spin onto the top of the knee and walk the foot further back until your hips sink down. Place some support under your right hip if you need to. Inhale as you lengthen the front body, relaxing the shoulders, opening the chest. Exhale. Start to walk your hands forwards, bringing your forehead down. Relax. Bring some gentle pressure into the little toe side of the right foot to protect the knee. Make sure there's no tension in your facial features. Cooling the body down now. On your next inhale, lift your head. Start to walk your hands back to center. You can lean onto your right hip to swing your left leg around. We're coming down onto our backs. Bring your feet to the mat, hold behind your thighs, and gently and carefully rolling down to your backs. Bring your knees into your chest, wrap your arms and compress your abdomen. Squeezing your knees in deeply. And for Bakasana, cross your right knee over your left and see if you can catch a hold of your shins, your ankles or your feet. You're trying to bring your feet down to the ground and away from each other, feeling a nice stretch on that outer right hip. Steady breathing, relax your shoulders. Moving into a spinal twist, bring your left foot to the mat, keep your legs crossed, lift and shift your hips to the right, tee your arms out to the sides, let your knees come down to the left. You can bring your left hand to the top of the right knee, reaching out through the right arm, looking in the opposite direction if that's comfortable for your neck. If this is too strong, just uncross your knees and just stack one knee on top of the other. Both shoulders grounding down. Send your in-breath all the way down to your low belly. Feeling a nice expansion on the inhale. And on the exhale, you feel a softness and a spaciousness within the body. Preparing to lift the knees back up to center, engage your core, feet to the mat, uncross, squeeze your knees back into your chest, wrapping your arms, And preparing to do Bakasana on the other side. Wrapping your left knee over your right, catching a hold of your shins, your ankles or your feet. Pressing your feet down and away from each other, feeling a nice stretch now on the outer left hip. You can always use a strap here if you need to, around your shins. Keep it soft in the upper body. And then bringing your right foot to the mat, lift and shift your hips to the left for your spinal twist. Let your knees fall down to the right. Tee your arms out. You can bring your right hand to the top of your left knee for leverage. Feel a nice stretch and opening across the chest. Both shoulders ground down. Steady breathing deep down into the low belly and into the low back. Stretching the muscles in the spine. Feeling a nice stretch in the hips. Allowing the spine to decompress. To neutralize. On your next inhale, engage your core, float the knees back up to center, uncross, and just squeeze your knees in one more time. And then open the knees wide. One hand to each knee. Bring the knees back in together and just take a few circles round to the right, relieving any tension in the low back, changing direction. Just moving the knees gently around to the left. Coming back to center, bring your feet to the mat, preparing for Shavasana, final resting pose. Extending through one leg and the other. Let your feet naturally fall out to the sides. Bring your arms alongside your body, palms open to the sky. Give yourself some space underneath your armpits, rolling to the outer edge of your upper arms, lifting the heart. Gently move your head side to side, relieving any tension in your neck. And gently finding some stillness, coming to complete stillness as you allow yourselves to surrender completely in Shavasana. Closing the eyes down, allow the eyelids to be heavy, relaxing all the muscles around the eyes, relaxing all the muscles around the mouth and the jaw. Relax the tongue in your mouth. Allow the throat to soften. Allow your chest to soften. Your heart to soften. Allow your belly to soften. relax your hips and pelvis. Be really heavy on the earth. Allow your back to relax. Allow the healing energy of Shavasana to fully integrate all your hard work. No more control of the breathing. Just relax. 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 Shavasana for longer, I would highly recommend staying in Shavasana for 10 minutes, especially following a practice such as this. But if you are ready to move on with your day, you can begin to deepen your breathing. Bring in some very gentle movement back into into the physical body. Gently moving the head side to side, moving the ankles, the wrists, the fingers and toes. Inhale the arms up overhead, take a full body stretch, making your body as long as possible. Exhale, bending the knees and elbows and rolling to your right side. Support your head with your right arm. Bring your left hand in front of you into a fetal position, just pausing here. You may wish to keep your eyes closed as you press up to a comfortable seated position, trying to retain a meditative state of mind. Find a comfortable seat. Bring your hands to prayer at your heart center in Anjali Mudra. Just noticing the effects of your practice as you bow your head down in reverence for yoga, for yogic wisdom, for all your body was able to do today. Learning how to let go of any frustrations and finding joy and peace in our practice. Closing with the sound of Om. Take a deep breath in, inhale. Thank you for doing your practice with me today. Namaste.